Today I made the ship controls work even better. I used clamp, lerp, and even pitch to show that you can move in both directions. Clamp will help you stay within the box, the bounding box of the screen. So let me show you how I did that here. First, the code here, you can see that I have a bunch of new variables: control pitch factor, how much does it pitch? And then the lerping factor, which is the interpolation of how fast it goes into that pitch, is controlled here. That's the pitch speed. Same with the rotation speed. So you can see down here in this method, process translation, I have that ship position either in the X, the raw X, or the clamped X position, same with Y. And then if you come all the way down to process rotation, which is updated during update, you can see I have both the roll, right, which is kind of the left and the right, and the pitch. And both of those factors take into consideration the movement of the X and Y. And then I use the quaternion and lerping and Euler here to decide, okay, what position is that player in as far as pitch and roll? I don't really mess with the back and forth, right? But what position are they in? And then let's transform that position using the lerp function so that it doesn't just jitter back and forth to those locations. So what did that look like? Let's take a look here and see what it looks like in game. And I always say, if you're gonna play a game, make sure the ship movement, the character movement is fun. Like, you should be able to go through these mountains and you should be like, oh, this is like, the movement alone is fun enough. And so I think it's getting there. It's close. What I do like, you can see here, is that even though I'm moving through that scene, through that canyon, and it's still doing its animations, like you can see it tilting and going through and even aiming up at this enemy, I can still control it during that time frame. Even though it's moving through this canyon and turning, I can still, I can still say, hey, go over more to that side or whatever. So I think this is looking really good. There's a ton of stuff we can do to tweak it, to make it look even better, to make it play even better. I think we'll move on from this point and start saying, hey, let's get that shoot mechanics, or maybe some lasers, or maybe some boosts out of the back. Let's get something else that makes it feel more alive while we're playing. But anyways, that's what I was working on this morning, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'll see you tomorrow.